So, how did I get the name The Dancing Dad, right? Everybody wondering? If you're wondering, say all right. All right. Well, here's what happened. Last year around this time, actually June 19th, 2018, my son Christian, who was born with trisomy 21. Does anybody know what trisomy 21 is? You know what it is? Down syndrome, exactly. So for those that don't know, okay, Down syndrome basically means that a person has 47 chromosomes in their body. The average person has 46 chromosomes. People with Down syndrome have 47 chromosomes, and the 21st chromosome has 3 copies of the same chromosome. Does that right? Get it? Yes. All right, cool. So basically, what happens with people with Down syndrome, some of them have heart defects, some of them have low muscle tone when they're born. Anything can happen. My son was born with low platelet count, so he had a rare blood disorder. So when he was born, he had to stay in a hospital an extra 10 days before us taking him home. Within that time, they said that your son could develop leukemia at some point in his life because of his rare blood disorder. So platelets, right? Platelets are what clots your blood. So if you get a paper cut or something like that and it's bleeding and then the bleeding stops, that means the cells, the platelet cells, go straight to wherever the cut is to block the blood from pouring out so that you don't keep bleeding. Does that make sense? If it makes sense, say all right. All right, cool. All right, so with Christian, he had to get about 50,000, he had to get up to 50,000 platelets before he was able to go home. Okay, and then every week from the time that he was born, he had to get blood work drawn every single week. Okay, so we would take him to the doctor every week, right around the corner over here at Cooper. And then one day, the doctor said that I wanted to take him over to CHOP to get a second opinion because I seen something in his blood and I'm not sure if I'm right. He has to be treated right away. We didn't know exactly what it was. I am very, very optimistic, so I don't believe in oh yeah, he's gonna be fine. And does anybody ever think like that? Like everything's just gonna be okay? Yeah, like you just super optimistic, right? And this one day, it wasn't just fine. So we go to the doctors, and this is right after my kids get out of school. We planned a full family day. We were gonna go ahead and have fun and do whatever. Christian's gonna go get his blood work done. Everything's gonna be cool. That was our thinking. The day that we went to the hospital on June 19, 2018, we found out that Christian was diagnosed with leukemia that day. And that changed our whole world. And everything went upside down. And from there, we stayed in the hospital 32 days straight. We didn't leave the hospital. We just went to go get a checkup. We didn't even leave. We had to stay there. So we couldn't go home. Everything flipped. Anybody in their life ever had something that just flipped right away? You never even seen it coming, right? I'm going to say this now and I'm going to say it at the end. Remember this. Yesterday is gone. Tomorrow will worry about itself. And today is all you have. Understand? Yesterday is gone. There's nothing you could do about that. Tomorrow, we don't even know what tomorrow brings. We can't even see that far. We can vision it, but we can't see it. But today is all you have. So why not cherish every single moment that you have, right? It's 1,440 minutes in a day. That means you have 1,440 opportunities to be successful. That's what we're going to do here today. So from the time that Christian had got diagnosed, I immediately had to be by myself and think. I had to pray. I had to do all the things that I needed to do necessary because I'm the leader of my family. You know what I'm saying? I'm the leader. I'm the head. I'm the top dog. They're going to look to me and they're going to be like, what are we going to do? So for the young men in the room, when you get to this level in life, you know what I'm saying, you have to think about that. You know what I'm saying? How are you going to lead your families? How are you going to lead the people that's looking to you as the leader? How are you going to lead them to the next destination? Because they're going to look at you and they're going to be like, yo, what's next? Because they don't know where to go. You know what I'm saying? They're going to look at you young men. So the first thing I had to do, I had to get in my zone. I got my play call and I went to my family. Circled around my family, prayed around my family, prayed around Christian before chemo even hit his body. And then from there, I said, listen, this is what we're going to do. We're going to set the atmosphere. We're going to set the atmosphere, okay? Here's what we're going to do. I have this shirt. It says when we change the mind, we change the game. Okay? That's my motto. That's what I go by. When we change the mind, we change the game. How many people ever been in a situation where negativity is all around you? Raise your hand. Okay, that should be everybody, right? Negativity is all the way around you. And then raise your hand if you reacted in the wrong way. Be honest. If you reacted in the wrong way, raise your hand. Okay, good. Okay, that's fine. Be honest. That's good. Okay. Now, did you ever think back on, man, I wish I could have reacted differently. I wish I could have did this differently, right? You know what I'm saying? So what I had to do, I didn't want to react in a negative way, even though we had a negative situation on our hands. This is life or death we're talking about. This is my son's life. My son was only 14 months old at the time. My question is what do you do under pressure? Do you react in a negative way to create more negativity? Or are you going to take a step back and analyze the situation before moving forward? You dig what I'm saying? Anybody watch football? All right, cool. Football fans? All right, cool. Basketball. Okay. Any sport. Okay. TV. YouTube. Okay. Music. Anybody listen to music? All right, cool. I was going to get you. All these things, before anybody puts it out, it's got to be done in a strategic way. Before a play call is done, the team strategizes on how to execute the play. Does that make sense? If it makes sense, say all right. All right. So they have to set it up, right? So right now we're talking about setting the atmosphere. We're talking about setting the mindset. Understand, okay? I knew right then and there how my family was going to react. My kids didn't really know what was going on. They couldn't really understand. They're like, Christian's going to be okay. We're going to go home. No, we're not going home. My 4-year-old at the time, he's 5 now, but my 4-year-old was like, when you guys coming home? Like it was pretty rough. Imagine being a father, owning a dance studio, right? Being a leader of your family, and everything is going well, and you're about to get to that next level, and then life knocks you down. How do you react to that? Like, yo, like I thought I was doing everything right. I didn't cheat. I thought I was doing everything good. Like, why do I deserve this, right? Anybody have that feeling like, why do I deserve this? Yeah. But why not? Why not? Why not, right? Check this out. If you're able to look at your situation now and visualize and see like, man, I want to turn my pain into purpose. I said, I'm going to turn my pain into purpose. That's the exact thing that I had in my mind. I'm about to turn this into something else. I'm about to use this as something else. I'm not going to go into this situation. I'm not going to have my son sitting here being a Debbie Downer because he has cancer. No, we're going to continue to fight. We're going to move forward. And at the same time, we're going to show other people how to fight. We're going to show other people how to move forward. Because as I'm walking in that hospital, I see a lot of broken people. And I'm not talking about just the people that are in the sick beds. I'm talking about the doctors. I'm talking about the nurses. I'm talking about the techs. You don't know how many techs came in here crying, just crying to us, like, you know, how they feel about their job or how they feel about life, period. So what I had to do, I had to work within my gift for my son. Again, I had to set the atmosphere. And I was setting the atmosphere not only for him, but that entire hospital. So I dance. That's what I do. I've been doing this all my life. All I did was I just started dancing with my son. And he starts jumping around. He starts being happy. And he starts loving, you know, what I'm doing. He's loving the music. He's loving everything that's happening. And it was amazing. We was just recording it just to document, you know, our memory here. We were just making a memory. That's all. Little did I know, once I posted it, people started seeing it as something inspirational. They started like, yo, like this little baby is fighting cancer and he's happy. Meanwhile, I'm here complaining at my job about Susie who's doing the wrong thing or sitting there calling me names and posting on Instagram and doing all this nonsense. Like, I need to check myself. I didn't know my situation was going to have people check themselves. So as I start dancing, I start doing it more. Number one, because I had to close my studio down. because I had to be there for my son. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes in life, we're going to have to sacrifice. What are you willing to sacrifice in order to get to the victory? I said, what are you willing to sacrifice in order to get to the victory? So I had to give up my dance studio. So I didn't know how we were going to make money. I didn't know none of that. I didn't know how we were going to pay the bills on our house or on the studio. Mind you, my studio, I got to pay $4,000 or $5,000 a month, actually $6,000 a month to keep everything rolling, on top of the bills at home, on top of having 4 kids, on top of having a wife. You know what I'm saying? I'm really like, really, if I want to be comfortable, I'm supposed to be making at least like 20 grand a month to be comfortable with my family and my business. So at the same time, I'm posting. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna just keep doing it because people are loving it, and it's helping others. So as I'm doing that, this song comes out. You guys know Ciara, right? Y'all heard the song "Level Up"? Level up, level up. One day, on day number 32, as we were in the hospital, Christian's levels finally went up. See, when chemo hits your body, it takes over everything. It kills everything in your body. It shuts your whole immune system down. So Christian had a 0 in his immune system. His ANC levels were 0, which means he couldn't leave the room. If he did leave the room, then there were chances that he can get sick and it would be even worse. So we had to wait for his levels to rise above 200 and rising. So after he had chemo for 4 days straight, and then another 12 days went by before we even seen a spike come up. And then it was day after day after day after day after day. It's like, how long are you really willing to wait? Like, you did everything right. How long are you willing to wait? What's your patient level like? How many people in here are patient? That means the rest of us got to get our patient level up, right? We got to get our patient level up. How many people want stuff right away? Like, you don't care, you just want it right away. Don't lie. You want it right away. We live in a world or whatever where everything is instant. We're not willing to work. We're not willing to wait. Out there, everything is super fast. You may look online or whatever and see somebody that's blowing up and be like, yo, I want that. Yeah, but are you willing to work to get what that person has? Are you willing to work to get to that level? You think it's just going to happen overnight? There's no such thing as an overnight success. I don't care who you are. I posted hundreds of videos before the video even went viral. And when the video went viral, it hit over 100 million worldwide. 100 million views on Facebook, Instagram. And we posted the video Level Up just because my son's levels went up, not because of Ciara. I love the song. My studio's named Level, so that's why I did it, right? So it was kind of like a coincidence, like that's what's up. So I just hashtag Level Up Challenge just because of the name of my studio. I didn't even know she had a Level Up Challenge. Next thing I know, I'm getting phone calls from Fox News, CBS, NBC, Steve Harvey. Ellen called, but I didn't get on Ellen. I didn't get on Ellen yet. But, and then Ciara herself reposted it. Russell Wilson. Next thing I know, 2 weeks later, Ciara's walking through my door at my dance studio. Crazy. Crazy. Right? And I'm like, hold up. And this is after round 1 of treatment. Round 1. I'm like, I don't know what round 2 gonna bring. This is just round 1. This is what we got. This is what happens when you work within your gift. Your gift will make room for you. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, all I was doing was dancing and motivating my son, setting the atmosphere, setting his mindset, making sure that he's smiling 24/7. The chemo is supposed to bring you down. The chemo is supposed to make you tired. My son was tired one day. One day. And what's amazing is that his Down syndrome actually helped his situation. His Down syndrome helped his situation. If anyone in here who doesn't have Down syndrome was to have the same cancer that he had, we have a 30 to 40% survival rate. My son had an 80 to 90% survival rate because of his Down syndrome was linked to that particular cancer. So that extra gene, that extra chromosome was able to help him. And sometimes you just need a little extra push in order to get you to the next level. Sometimes you just need that extra thing that's just hanging around inside of you to get you to the next level. And some people walk around here and everything, and they feel that they don't have it. You do. And it's inside of you every single day. You have to understand it. And as young people, y'all got to understand that right here, right now. It's important. Why? Because y'all are next. I said, let's go to work. I said, let's go to work. When we change the mind, we